Widow? What's going on? Where am I?
You're in a safe place. You've been out for about 20 minutes.
Fury? What's going on here? Where have you been all this time? What's the Black Widow doing here? And where is here?
My personal safe house. One of the ones that S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't know about. As to what's going on, I'm going to show you. This is a Skrull. A shape-shifting alien that can take the appearance of anyone. They're invading Earth. It's already started.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Trip Multiverse with your host, the man who is a Skrull, but also has a weird Australian accent? Kyle Charles, and
the man who got DDT to death from the top rope, Undertaker style. CY Chung.
And today we are going to be discussing and briefly, reviewing Marvel's Secret Invasion.
All right, so non-spoilers.
Max
series?
Yeah.
You know what? The runtime for this, when you take away the credits and trailers and stuff, it's actually not that long. It's just like a decent sized movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Didn't think of it that way.
Yeah. I didn't mind it. I don't think it was okay. It didn't have the sense of urgency that I thought it might have.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously, it wasn't going to be as bombastic as the actual comic book series.
Yeah, of course. Weird.
Yeah, I was expecting sort of like 24-ish sort of vibe from this.
Oh yeah. I expected that at first, and then
but it
wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, or like more spy espionage sort of. Who's the Skrull?
Yeah,
who's
that's
not.
what I thought was going to be.
Yeah, that sense of paranoia, but it's not. It's just like it's more like Nick Fury coming back from space.
Yeah, because he's sort of had enough of Earth.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? I'll chill here back on Earth for a little bit, and then this is my little adventure that's happening. Well, it's gonna clear up his own messes because he's Nick Fury. He
Don't trust anyone.
Yeah. He don't even trust himself. Right.
He doesn't.
So it isn't bad, but it's just not the vibes of who might be the mole and who might be that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, it's serviceable.
It mainly goes by from the charisma of Samuel Jackson.
Yeah.
And Don Cheadle and what's it called? Olivia Colman and what's her name? Emilia Clarke. Yeah. It mainly gets by them. The Ben Mendelsohn's pretty good, like you were saying about the. You see, he is Australian.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but that's the thing. Is he meant to be playing an Australian?
I don't know. All the Skrulls had different accents, so
yeah. But we're gonna assume because they've been there for 30 years, they are gonna get the accents of the people they pretend to be-ish.
I guess that's the only logical way that makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, you talk about deep cover.
Yeah. Fully immersed in the human lifestyle. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is. When you got to be a double agent and you've got to go full method.
Yeah, you got to go deep. Yeah.
Deep. But look, as I didn't mind, by the way, it being we're not going to cost the budget, right?
No.
That's a smaller series. It's not everything has to be earth shattering and whatnot.
No.
And actually, for something kind of small, there's more expansive worldwide sort of thing going on.
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah.
And it was.
But yeah, I
nice.
enjoyed it. Sorry. It was kind of different from what I was expecting. But didn't mind it. But it's, I don't want to say it's missable or not, but there's nothing I would say for the series that affects things later on, because you could just completely miss the series and I don't think it would matter right now. That is right.
Yeah, unless like future stuff have lots to do with something that happens at the end.
Exactly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I was kind of like happy as well. It wasn't like a bombastic MCU sort of thing. So I was kind of refreshing in a way to me, anyway.
You see, I mean, Captain America: Winter Soldier is kind of a small scale story, except that you got a helicarriers and all that stuff, buildings destroyed and stuff, and you're like, well, you kind of didn't need that, but fine, right? This is a small scale adventure. That is a small scale adventure.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Even the thing even the fight at the end, kind of small scale. So yeah.
Yeah. I think they saved their budget for that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what is good about this is that you don't see too much ropey CG because the Skrulls disguise themselves as humans.
Yeah.
Or I think some stuff is practically done, like put the makeup and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's only when they have saving stuff for the finale. That's when they're like, "Yep, okay, we got a bit. We got money. We'll save it for this thing over here, and the rest we'll spread it out for everything else."
Yeah. Which is like makes all the sense in the world. It really does.
Would you say missable, or how would you say it?
I don't know. Moment of time, I would say it probably.
Would you say, like I said, you can miss it?
You can't miss it.
But I mean, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily must watch. However,
I think it's one of them only time would tell sort of thing if it does have weight on the great universe.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad. That's the thing.
No. It's I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Could I have easily forgot that this existed at this moment? Yeah. Not been bad, but yeah, you know what I mean? It wasn't.
And maybe if it wasn't Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury in this, maybe it would have been like shrug.
But then maybe the reason why like budgetary stuff and like that maybe is because most of that budget went on paying him. Who knows?
That is a fair point. So I have to say, I do like sometimes the smaller scale stuff because not everything in this universe is going to be world ending or all that stuff, like universe shattering.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to have a little bit more smaller, stealthy adventures. I mean, Black Widow could have been a stealth adventure, but you know how that went.
Yeah, but I think she kind of deserved to have an all-out film after her dying, of course. So that kind of makes sense. Moon Knight was a smaller scale adventure. Yeah,
a bit wacky one though, and She-Hulk was Well, it was a comedy, so it didn't need
them all. But yeah,
exactly. It wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. On to spoilers.
Yes, spoilers.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to do like a step by step, or do you just want to do an overall?
I'll just do an overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, because.
Well, to be fair,
much happens in some of the episodes.
Yeah, well, that's the. I was going to say sometimes things happen, but it's like it's like some of the episodes are way shorter than others as well, so not a lot happens in that. But this is more of the vibes of story beat sort of thing. It's like stuff happens, but it settles.
Yeah. It gives stuff time to breathe.
Yeah. Mainly because Nick Fury is kind of down and out.
Yeah.
So he got. Oh, hold on. Was it Everett Ross?
Yes.
He's investigating terrorist attacks.
Yes.
And then I think him and the other guy that he's not quote unquote interrogating, but the guy he speaks to, they're both speaking about the same thing, but not because they're just trying to find out who knows what.
Yeah. Prescott, I think that's that guy.
Yeah. And then they end up trying to shoot each other because they both think each other may be Skrulls.
Yeah.
Except that Everett Ross is a Skrull, and that's why he was trying to kill the other guy.
Yeah, and then you find out because he gets chased by Maria Hill.
Yeah.
And he jumps off a building.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, he's a human, that would have killed him. But no, he starts crawling. Like, okay, that's weird.
Yeah. Which, by the way, it is possible that you can still, your legs, falling from that.
Yeah.
You could still be human.
Yeah.
I didn't think 100% that whether he was human or not. At that point, I was like, all right. I just didn't think the character would die.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh, I thought if he's gonna die, he'll die in like a Black Panther film or something. But all right,
Yeah.
he's linked to that.
Or one of the big,
Yeah.
But then again, well, not everyone gets a big character death, music. So, but yeah. So yeah, this was going to be the Maria Hill and Nick Fury show, kind of. But
yeah,
because
then he gets shot, and then he turns to a scroll, and you find, oh, that's a scroll. How long has he been this scroll for? Who knows? Yeah.
It's kind of ambiguous when things start taking over. But yeah, so that's the beginning of that, and then you got Maria Hill and Nick, like, calling back Nick Fury. Nick Fury being like, "Boy, my job. I don't I'm not even sure if I want to do this anymore."
Yeah, it's like, I had 2 more days of retirement, and you call me back in, sort of thing.
Yeah.
He's got that vibe going.
I do like his friendship with Talos, though.
Yeah, that's a real. That's one of my favorite parts of this show.
Yeah. They were all good there. And then he's speaking with Rhodey, who's, so we got a new president now.
Yes.
Not the president for Iron Man 3.
No, because he's dead in real life. But yeah.
What?
Yeah, the guy who played him died dead in real life.
Oh, all right. No, I only meant the character. Okay.
But then
even then, though,
he wouldn't be president anymore anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, even if he served 2 terms, he would have had, like, this is 10 years later, or and unless you're including the blip, which would mean, it's even more time later. He would have definitely wouldn't be on that term anymore.
No. Especially with what he did in Iron Man 3, so yeah, he wouldn't be president anymore anyway.
Yeah. So Rhodey. No, he was alright in Iron Man 3. He didn't do anything.
Didn't he?
No. You might be thinking of the guy who was the secretary, right?
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. He wanted the extremist to help his daughter leg, whatever. Yeah.
So Fury's back. He's like down and out.
Yep.
Just walking Moscow, getting ambushed.
Yeah. Which then he claims that he done it on purpose.
yeah. So this is the thing with this series, right? Sometimes, like, Nick Fury does stuff, and then he claims that he deliberately does stuff to worm out other people. And I'm like, I don't know how much of that is true, but the confidence that you're saying it makes me believe that you actually legit believe what you're saying, even if you don't.
Thing is, I would believe if this was younger Fury, then maybe. Yeah.
But I think the whole point of it, they're playing he's playing into the oh man, the world has moved beyond me, and I'm not as capable anymore. To be what's it called? I'm not under suspicion, but that the word, I can't remember it. Beneath, well, I don't know.
I'd say crap at his job now, but yeah.
But he's pretending, so he goes under the radar.
Yeah.
Or less significantly on the radar, because he's Nick Fury. They're not gonna exactly they're not exactly gonna say, well, I believe everything he's saying. At the same time, they're not gonna think everything he's saying is a lie. So
yeah, because you said that you were on Earth, but you wasn't really on Earth because it was actually someone else pretending to be you. Yeah. So Nick Fury says, to Sonia Falsworth, Olivia Colman, we should join forces then, since I allowed you graciously to have your men bring me to you. Yeah. Right? That's essentially what you said, right? Pretty much, yeah. He's trying to
act like,
cool.
I don't think so. It's
like, no, I've been doing my job for X amount of years pretty good, and I can tell that you're just making stuff as you go along at this point. Yeah. But sure.
And then when he leaves, he plants a camera on her compound, and I'm like, well, that's typical Nick Fury, isn't it? Even if people were to help you, you'd still do that stuff, whatever. You
still don't trust them.
Yeah. Nick Fury, what a joker. So.
And then this is where we also find out about the Skrulls sort of wanting to rebel because they reckon Fury lied to them. Yeah.
Now, actually, I have to say, I do get there. Okay.
I get
as much as some of them are painted as bad guys, you do get more meat to the story. Because I have to say, the way that they play Nick Fury within the context of the universe is like, well, he doesn't trust you and you can't trust him, sort of thing, right? The vibes that are going on.
Yeah.
Therefore, when the other Skrull faction are like, okay, so it's been 30 years since 1990, right? When Captain Marvel came and we first all got here. And Nick Fury said he'd find a home for us. Yeah? But what's he done? You know?
Yes, he's done nothing.
Exactly. So I get there 30 years of frustration. They're like, you know, if we're going to do anything, we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah, which I get. And they're recruiting people. They've got their own little...
Yeah. What I don't get is when they say, yo, we're just going to wipe out here, all of Earth and take it over.
Yeah, you're like...
Yeah, that's a General Zod sort of thinking right there.
It's like, that escalated quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, even though you're going to say it took 30 years to escalate.
Yeah, but still, like, oh, okay.
No, but what you're saying is essentially you're going to go to war with the entire human race, even though you could pretend to be
the humans.
Yeah, which is the whole point of their main plan, where they've so Rhodey. Actually, Don Cheadle, I think plays this very well because you're like at the beginning of the first couple episodes, you don't know whether he's a Skrull
only
or not.
Certain things. I kind of gathered there's certain points where you're like, Rhodey doesn't talk like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's got a bit more, much more swag.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just like, it doesn't really hit until a bit, like a couple more episodes in where you're like, he's just kind of a bit more, he's just had enough of Fury. That's what, because when he meets Rhodes, right?
Yeah.
And Rhodes like, I'm on the president detail. And then Fury's like, well, there's Skrulls come to take over the world leaders and whatnot. They're going to start a war and stuff. And then Rhodey's like, Fury, you're chatting rubbish. You're straight up chatting rubbish.
Yeah.
You know, you think that people would not realize that there were shapeshifters around and stuff like that, and you can't prove any of this anyways. So, you know, I'm going to look like a punk in front of the president who I'm literally protecting. And then he's like, I come to tell you that we're gonna let you go, Fury.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah, and then he's like, did they ask you? The Fury's like, did they ask you to come tell me because you know we Avengers, right?
Yeah.
And Rhodes like, nah, I volunteered to come and tell you. I'm like, all right. Either he's like had enough. He's like, yeah, Fury. I've had my full of him, or he's like, yeah, something sus is going on.
Yeah.
But he never plays it overly sus. That's the thing.
No. He's always.
I do like as well the second time they have their meeting, where Fury's like, all right, they go. He's in Rhodes' hotel room.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Rhodes is a Skrull at this point for definite because they've got the like. The Skrull is taking a shower as the Skrull. Steps out, puts a towel on, so it might be a female Skrull.
Yeah.
Turns into Rhodes, steps out, in his shirt, whatever it is, and Nick Fury's waiting for him on the lounge table and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then he's talking about how he's got like wine that's however many years old.
Yeah.
500 years old or something like that.
Something stupid like that. Yeah.
And then he tells him, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, look, that Skrull is waiting for Fury to drink it first before they drink."
Oh no, it's not wine. It's a whisk. It's a Scotch from distilled, not distilled. I can't remember the word.
Oh damn it! Yeah.
But yeah, it's been caught for like 23 years. And it's the good stuff. Yeah, it's like $5,000.
I've actually skipped forward a bit because we forgot to mention the main crux of the Secret Invasion backbone, kind of.
Yes.
Where the Skrulls are like, yep, we're going to go and bomb this particular place. Nick Fury is trying to stop it. And he's watching one kid who's looking really sus, right? The little girl. And she's just staring at Fury. And Fury's like, all right.
Yeah.
And then they go. Then what is actually quite smart, I have to say, as far as budget goes, that person's looking at Fury, moving behind stuff, and then it changes to another person
Yeah.
who is blatantly sus because they're still looking at Fury back and forth.
Yeah.
Right. But I was like, all right, all they do is play the sound, the scroll shapeshift sound effect, and then save money, budget. Okay, cool. There's the reason, obviously, when this character, other than to say, okay, you got to watch out for the character. There is actually a reason. There, that girl is Talos's daughter. That Skrull.
Yeah.
So she's eyeing up Fury, like, okay, you're my dad's friend at the same time and with the rebels. So yeah. But yeah, so him and Maria Hill go to try and stop the Skrull bombing.
Yeah.
Right, because they're creating the bombing to create an excuse to get the world leaders to then bomb another area. And
start World War III, wipe each other out. Yeah,
exactly. So then Maria Hill tries to stop. Fury's chasing someone else. Maria Hill tries to stop something else, and then you hear Fury shout "Hill." Maria Hill turns around. Fury shoots her, and you're like, "Wait, okay, is that Fury shooting a Skrull? Or is that a Skrull shooting Maria Hill?"
Yeah.
It turns out, Then you see other Nick Fury.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, she got shot. Yeah. I don't want to say it was a waste of character, but I thought she was going to be around a bit. I thought it was going to be Nick Fury and Maria Hill. They'll be the team. I thought if she was going to die, she might die later on in the series.
But I guess if you kill her off straight away, you kind of think, okay, anyone can die.
Yeah. I was going to say that does kind of set the stakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, because we don't really know the other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the person pretending to be Fury was actually the main villain of this, Gravik, yeah.
Yeah. He's the guy who's trying to get the other Skrulls. Like, he's beefing on Fury by saying Fury is not. He's what's it called? His promises are nothing.
Yeah. And we find out more why he's got a beef with Fury later on. You're like, okay, that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So Fury and Rose are having a little bit of the thingamajig, and then Fury's like, oh yeah, you know what? Because we're brothers, right? And I'm like, all right, where's he going with this?
Yeah.
He's just trying to. It's like, oh, you can believe me because we worked hard to get where we are.
Yeah. This is what I kind of thought. Yeah, this isn't Rhodes.
Yeah. He's like, even as some people look down upon us, whatever, right? And then Rose is like, Fury, you're punk. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah. Like, oh, okay.
And then he says this, all right? Let me just take this great scotch that you just gave me, right? And you can just get your punk ass out of here.
Yeah.
Right? Because I've got this little USB that I'm going to put on the TV right now for us to both see how screwed you are. Yeah. And it's you, Nick Fury, shooting Maria Hill. So
convenient.
Yeah. So if anyone can't be trusted, Fury, it's probably you.
Yeah.
The president hasn't seen this yet, and I haven't shown it to all sorts of other people. But hey, that might change. And I'm like, oof.
Because at this point, either they don't. Fury still doesn't know that he's a Skrull for sure, does he?
Yeah.
He
but
just knows that he's something odd about him.
Yeah. When he goes back to the car and he's Talos is like, because I'm like, oh, why'd you give him the scotch? Yeah, but it's a liquid tracer. I'm like, oh, okay, smart move right there, smart move. Yeah. So, and then that's when later on, who does Rose meet with?
Fury's wife.
Oh yeah. So Fury's wife is a Skrull.
Yeah.
He knows about it.
Yeah.
But he kind of from the beginning. But
I think he's always kind of knew she was a Skrull, but he didn't know it. She took the person.
Yeah.
That she, I would say simulated, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Was a real person, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which you know what? Yeah, the story she gave, I was like. So a lady was in a hospital dying, and I think Fury's wife was a nurse.
Yeah.
But someone else is disguised at this point.
Yeah.
And she speaks to the lady, and then they became good friends, and then she's like, I think incidentally, she had to infiltrate Nick Fury, right?
Yeah.
I mean, infiltrate Shield or whatever it is,
Yeah.
because she's like she was asking the human version of herself, "Would you like to fall in love?" And then like she says with who, and then you got Nick Fury there, and she's like, "All right, just take care of him," and blah blah blah. So essentially, it's like, I give you permission to catfish this dude as me.
Yeah. But then I think Fury fell in love with her for who she was rather than the person she was trying to pretend to be.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of vibe I got at the end with the whole. Yeah. Which makes sense.
Yeah, and this is I think after her and Nick Fury sit down and shoot each other, but not.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is like, oh, they do have feelings for each other, because they would have just both, they were looking at each other with their guns, and they were like, we got to do what we got to do, right? And then both of them deliberately miss.
Yeah. Because he found out he was a Skrull from when she went and met Rhodey.
Yeah.
At some
church, was it?
Some church concert, and
yeah.
he basically put her in it and exposed himself as a Skrull as well during it.
Yeah. Which is when he was talking about, and I popped during that, and I was like, he was like, oh yeah, not only did I actually did not just can Nick Fury, I did see them off the top rope Undertaker style, and I was like, wait a minute, the Undertaker does not do a top rope DDT, but that's fine.
Sure,
that's fine.
Maybe in their timeline he does. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was yeah. So you're like, James Rhodes, it's only a matter of time, right?
Yeah. And we get more sort of backstory about why Talos's daughter Gaia joined the rebellion, because her mum died, I think, doing something for Fury.
Yeah.
So she got disenfranchised of the Earth and decided, hey, I'm gonna be a rebel. Even though I don't really believe in the rebel stuff, but hey, I want to piss off Daddy, sort of thing. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Which then, so after Rhodes has had his scotch, he goes to pick up the president.
Yeah.
Because they're having a world leader meeting or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because they're blaming the Russians, and they're saying it's the Russians. We've tracked them to this particular headquarters, which is the headquarters where all the Skrulls, the actual human forms are.
Yeah.
And they're going to bomb all the evidence and stuff, and then obviously they're waiting for the other side to go and shoot nukes, and then they can take over and all that stuff.
Yeah, because they can survive in radioactive environment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So Rhodes is trying to push the president. He's like, oh yeah. So prepared the speech and everything before. I have to walk to the cars, right? Out off the airplane.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Mr. President. You know what? May I suggest, right? We just bomb them because, they, if we get them first and everything, it's just those things where you're like, you really are just wanting to do what the plan is. Not subtle. You're trying to not subtly nudge him. You're just like, I mean, Mr. President, if you could bomb them, that'd be really great.
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then the president says, Rhodes, have you had a liquid lunch or liquid breakfast or something like that?
You can smell the alcohol.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. He's just thinking Rhodes is chatting rubbish because he's slightly drunk.
Yeah.
Which makes sense in the context, because why would you be pushing the bomb somewhere in a foreign country?
Yeah, without much reason for it at this point. Yeah. And then also we find out more like important people in the world of Skrulls, like this news journalist and a couple of people on different boards of the government in different countries.
Yeah.
And then
the UK Prime Minister, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, UK Prime Minister. And I think the Prime Minister of India or something like that. And then
there's quite a decent amount of people that end up being Skrulls.
Yeah. and some of them on the board of the leaders of Skrulls want peace.
Yeah.
And some don't. And then Gravos comes and says, well, you know, we need to take over because Fury's a liar, we're all liars, and if we kill everyone, you know, if we get America to think that it was the Russians that bombed them, then the UK will have to join in and a war will happen, and then we reap the benefits. And they're like, no, you know, we've lived 30 years on here. So far, fine. We've got into high positions. We'll be fine. Just do what we're doing. And then they have a vote, and then they vote for Galos. So then
Gravik.
Gravik. Why say called Gravos? Gravik.
Because you're mixing Talos with Gravik.
Yes.
Gravik.
Accidentally keep doing that. And then one of them, the Prime Minister of India, she tells Talos about the plan because she is not down with it. And he's like, well, if they find out, they're going to kill you. He's like, well, that's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is quite interesting.
Yeah, because when the president's being escorted by the Secret Service, they get bombed.
Yeah. That's a bit later on, though. But yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Because it's still got the bit where Galos, they pretend, that's it, the Skrulls say they're going to blow up a plane.
Yeah.
For some reason. So, because they were expecting that, they suspect that someone in their ranks is a traitor. So they deploy sort of lightning and blow up a plane.
Yeah.
Crash into somewhere. No, they're going to get a sub to fire a nuke at the plane, which would start a war. And so, Galos' daughter,
Gaia.
No, Gaia. Talos' daughter, Gaia,
Yeah.
tells her dad, and him and Fury go and infiltrate the Prime Minister's house, and they find out he's a Skrull, and they have to read his mind to find out what the password is to stop the nuke, and that's what Gaia does by using one of the machines that takes the humans' minds and then puts it into the Skrulls' minds, so they have some of their memories, so they can, you know, infiltrate better.
Yeah.
And while this is, we also forgot to mention that they have kidnapped some important scientists that have been working on something secret to help the Skrulls.
Yeah. Do you want to? Shall we expand upon that?
We could do.
Yeah, because I think it's relevant in the reason why there's no other heroes in this story.
Yes.
So they've been collecting. So the Battle of Earth is what they called it. The battle, the endgame battle in Avengers, right? So they call it the Battle of Earth. For Earth or of Earth?
I think it's of Earth.
And all the super DNA has been cleaned up.
Yeah.
Not by just S.H.I.E.L.D., but the Skrulls were the ones that took all the DNA sample, like you know, blood or whatever. So for whatever nefarious, on the same nefarious reasons, probably more like, so if you got any of that DNA, you could try and replicate them, which is what Fury does not want. Therefore, sends the Skrulls in disguise to go and collect all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what the Skrulls have then been doing, these people are like, right, we make a machine to imbue. We need to get that DNA so we can imbue a Skrull with all that super power.
Yeah.
Technically making them a super Skrull, but not with the Fantastic Four super Skrull abilities.
Yeah.
With abilities of all the heroes.
Yeah, kind of like the newer Super Skrull, well, the Secret Invasion Skrulls in the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, continue.
Yes. So then, she gives her dad and Fury the passcode to stop the nuke from being fired, and everything's hunky dory. So then he tells his daughter to leave the rebellion safe hold. So she does, but then she riding down the forest in a motorbike. I said forest, but wherever it is, in a motorbike, and then a car catches her. It's like, yeah, we're never gonna do that. We just wanted to find out who the mole was, and that was you. And then she gets shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we also forgot to say, like, earlier on, in some of the earlier episodes, like the first episode or two, first and second episode, that Talos is starting to kind of regret being Fury's friend, and you can see that he maybe want to join the rebellion. That's
I think it's more like, you know what, this friendship has been tested quite a lot, considering the amount of time they've been doing stuff together. And I guess as well, Fury's just not the most trusting human.
Yeah.
And if all humans were like Fury...
Yeah.
I mean, you remember in Age of Ultron, where Ultron saw the internet and he was like, nah, humans gonna die.
We don't need the human race. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think if you're friends with Nick Fury for an extended amount of time and you think all humans are like Nick Fury, you know?
Yeah.
I mean...
Ooh, that's hilarious. So, yeah. And then, so basically we've covered, like, most of episode 1, 2, and 3.
So like the tail end of number 4 is when the president gets attacked.
Yeah, gets attacked. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you've got people attacking, but then there's crisscrossing going on because some of them are Skrulls. I mean, they are Skrulls, but some of them are deep cover Skrulls as well.
Before that, we got to mention that Gaia doesn't actually die because she injects herself with the Super Skrull venom, which I thought was extremist at one point, but because it kind of is. Yeah. And she's alive.
So Talos so he's with Fury.
Yeah.
And they're rescuing the president. I think some of the president's Secret Service agents were about to shoot Talos.
Yeah.
And Fury's like, no, he's with us. So, you know, the one good Skrull they can trust.
Yeah.
Except that Talos is like, take the president. So Fury gets the president, takes him away, comes back for Talos, sees the Secret Service guy holding Talos, and he's like, put him down, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, all right, and he's putting a gun, and you're like, what's wrong with this guy? Right? He turns out to be Gravik.
Yep.
Shapeshifts into Gravik for some whatever reason, right? Fury shoots him, and he's like, nah, son. And then he just shanks Talos.
Yeah. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow. And I thought, okay, maybe Talos isn't going to die, but no, he straight up died. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then the Fury's like, all right, well, that's that. Let me get the guy we came for to get away.
Yeah.
You know?
And then I think also begin this episode. It might be the next one where Gaia goes to visit Nick Fury's wife.
Yeah. I think that's later. I think that's during.
Might be.
I think that's during this episode.
Oh yeah, it's during this episode. I think it's going on back to back, sort of, isn't it? Well, that happens first, and this.
Well, the thing is, did you watch it by the way, week by week, or in one spam it in one?
I watched it literally the first 5 episodes in one day.
Yeah. I watched 3 episodes in one day and 3 episodes the next day, so I spanned it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say necessarily blurs together, but when you're watching stuff back to back.
Yeah. Sometimes it's easier to follow that way. But yeah.
But
then it also blends into one.
Yeah. I prefer, by the way, watching it in one go. It just seems like more of a cohesive whole.
Yeah.
Whereas some things week to week, because you're like, oh yeah, I'm in suspense. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Some things do work better than that.
Yeah.
But this is like like you're saying, they blend into each other. They run into each other. It's like a movie. So
yeah, which could be good.
Yeah, so they take the president to hospital. They tell James Rhodes. Fury says not to trust James Rhodes.
Yeah,
but you know what evidence has got to back that up? You're gonna use it, right? And then does he go off to get the? Oh yeah, no. So Gravik goes back to his group of the Skrull Resistance, and basically he gets called out for not killing Nick Fury when he had the chance.
Yeah.
And he's like, young punk.
Yeah.
What? How dare you even question me? You don't even know what's going on, right? You understand that he's got all that DNA that we're after, and if I kill him, we don't know where it is.
Yeah.
So you know your role, you shut your mouth, and then he kills him.
Yeah. And this is when he exposed to them that he's got the Super Skrull serum in him.
Well, he's got some of it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he needs the rest of the It's only partial, but he wants the full thing. Obviously, he wants the entire lot of powers. Yeah, because he reaches from the wherever he is on the walkway and uses like Groot's arm stretch ability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Break a neck and then go, yep, anybody else?
Yeah. Oh, that's...
Yeah, it's like, wow, okay, this is not a democracy. This is like, well, if you disagree with me, I'll kill you.
Yeah. So then, some of the rebels, like, try to kill him?
Yeah, well, here's the thing with, when you do something like that, you just kind of try to make everyone bow down to you in fear, right? They follow you out of fear, but not respect. And then, the problem is, yes, like you're saying, which actually makes a lot of sense because you're like, you're doing the things you do.
Yeah.
They try to assassinate him.
Yep. And he's like, how dare you try to assassinate me? And
Even though I'm the one with the powers of... I'm the one threatening you guys to follow me, and I'll kill you if you don't.
Yeah.
If you dare question. Why are you guys... How dare you try to... Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Logic.
Murdered all of them.
Yeah.
Murdered all of them.
Yeah. Which was a nice fight scene, by the way, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I
have to say the fight scene... I mean, the action scenes of this, they weren't spectacular, but they were fitting.
Yeah. Because, like, all honesty, you're not going to see Nick Fury doing, like, Black Widow sort of moves, are you? Because,
Because that wouldn't make sense at all.
And he's like 70 years old. I mean, like, he's not going to be doing any of that. Yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. What happened?
So you Nick Fury. So Fury meets Gaia.
Yep.
And he tells her Talos is dead, and then he's like, "Look, we got to choose the right path on this because Gravik he's trying to wipe out everybody, and we can't have him doing this. I know what he wants, but we can't allow him to have it, stuff like that." And she's like, "Look, you got my dad killed, you got my mom killed.
Yeah,
I've just been ousted over there, and I can't be your mole. I don't know. She's in that position where what's going on with my life right now?"
Yeah, it's like so much going on. I can't.
Yeah, and that's when the MI6 or whatever it is start invading the premises.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "All right, well you go, and you go to this location. I'm going to go to that location, and then we'll see what's what, sort of thing."
Yeah.
We see where your loyalties really lie, or I don't know if he says that in particular.
Yeah, it was kind of hinted.
Well, maybe it's like you go to there, you get more perspective.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Ooh. And then
so go on.
I don't remember. Then after that, Fury meets with Sonya.
Yeah.
And like, I kind of need your help.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, sure,
Yeah. Take me to... Oh, let's go to over here, where for this particular thing, which I won't tell you about yet.
Yeah.
what the Skrulls are actually after. While Gaia goes to Nick Fury's house.
Yeah.
To speak with Nick Fury's wife.
Yeah.
And they get ambushed in their house as well.
Yeah.
Which, hey man, these ladies are quite capable though.
Yeah. Very, but they are both
But
Skrulls.
to be fair as well, when you're Skrull enhanced, you have to be less wary of bullets. Even though,
Even bullets
you take more damage.
But yeah.
And then, so, Fury goes to a gravestone in Finland, which is similar to his Captain America Winter Soldier gravestone.
Yeah. And he's like, why do you have many of these as well,
Yeah.
A man needs lots of graves. Sort of
to hide stuff.
Yeah.
And then he breathes into the gravestone. It rises up, the top half anyway, and that's where he's got this vial which has all this DNA in it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, well, let me get my eye patch, let me get me weapons, and one last stand. Yeah. This is also where in this episode, just earlier, Rhodes is like, President, by the way, you know what I said about bombing them, yeah?
Yeah. We might as well now, I've got proof,
Yeah. And he's like, always on it. He's always on it.
Yep.
He's not letting the president breathe, no.
It's just like, dude, man, calm down.
No, President, no. Mr. President, I even wrote you a speech ready for you to say to the people,
Yeah.
Let's go, come on, we got no time to waste. And he's like, I mean, you would have thought the president would say to him, dude, who's running the country?
Yeah. And then also, this is where Sonya finds out that Rhodes is a Skrull as well, and it's like, wait, what? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Sonya, like, so Nick Fury calls Gravik and says, look, I got what you want. Let's meet at location. Let's meet somewhere in Russia where the Chernobyl is.
Yeah.
They love Chernobyl for some reason.
Because I think because I know the reason why his gravestone or whatever was in Finland, because his wife used to like go in there because the Skrulls like the cold. That's why their camp's in one of those places as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so Fury goes to Russia.
Yep.
To try and do whatever he needs to do.
Yeah.
To sort his stuff out. Sonya then goes to London, where the president is, right? Where all that stuff happened in London, where the president. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's calling Rose to say, Nick Fury is coming for you.
Yeah.
He's coming for your ass, and he knows you're a Skrull.
Yeah. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not a Skrull. Hey, we've got to move.
So he tries to move the president away from because he's trying to move the president out there because he needs the president to set the everything else in motion. So he's just like, well, I'm not saving him to save him. I'm saving him to save the plan.
Yeah. Okay. Can you say so?
Yeah, and then basically Sonya gets the upper hand. Somehow she's got super stealth skills, but hey.
Yeah, she's a world-class spy.
Yeah. Walking around in high heels as well. So that's something else altogether.
Yeah. Which is
all Batman stealthing attacks because stuff is happening, but stuff you don't know what's going on where.
Yeah. But then was it actually her doing the stealth? Because going back to Russia,
turns out
we'll go back to Russia first, where Nick Fury gets to Gravik, and Gravik basically says why he turned away is because Fury took him as a young Skrull and made him into a killer, basically, and he saw all the bad of the Earth, of humans. It's like, this sucks.
Yeah, just before he goes into Russia, though, Gravik says, you maybe should bring some iodine pills for the radiation because, that's where he's going to be at. So Fury's all coughing, selling the radiation, popping the iodine pills, and then he fumbles them, drops them, and Gravik just kicks them away. He's like, someone's gonna die here, ain't gonna be me, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna tell you all my evil plans and everything, and then you find out that the face that he's got is the face of the first person he killed.
Yeah.
And he's down with Spyro for that. Kind of like Zamasu, sort of, in a way.
Yeah.
I've only made that reference because I'm rewatching Dragon Ball Super, so I'm just making that reference. It's fresh in my head.
Yeah. But and then he's like, well, let me grab that DNA sample of all the heroes off you and pop in this machine and let it start spinning while both of us are in here because Fury, I'm just gonna whatever happens is gonna happen and I'm gonna murder you. So
okay.
Yeah, and Fury's dying anyways. Fury's just flopping on the floor, so he's like, whatever.
Fury's like, the reason why I came back is because of like you.
Yeah.
Kind of saying like you saw the son I didn't have but didn't say it.
Yeah.
But the son I turned into a murderer basically. Yeah.
So then the machine goes off. Gravik's like, let me just kind of my body, man.
Yeah.
Kind of like hulk up a bit over here. Grab Fury, sling him into the barricades and whatnot. Punch him in the head a couple of times. Punch him some more. Then Fury grabs his fist, and you're like, all right, what's going on here?
Yeah. Like, oh, dun dun dun.
Yeah. And then I believe back in the hospital,
Yeah.
Sonya's holding James Rhodes hostage
Yeah.
to the president, and the president's got a gun. He's gonna be a standoff. Except then Nick Fury comes in the hospital. And you're
Yeah.
like, wait a minute.
You're like, huh?
Yeah.
If he's there, then who's?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Turns out,
yep, it is Gaia.
Yeah.
Gaia. Pretend to be
so-
Nick Fury.
hmm
Which
And
is-
then you have a Skrull on Skrulls super fight, kind of, where they're flexing their powers.
yeah. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I like that they didn't overuse everyone's different types of powers. They used specific people's powers. And it's kind of logical, by the way. If you've only seen certain people use their powers, you'd only know how they are used.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you got Spider-Man's powers, but he's shooting webs, and you don't know if it's organic weapon or mechanical weapon, well, you're going to take the risk in the fight that, for your life.
Yeah.
Just don't use his powers,
But I think wouldn't a Spider-Man power be the strength, not the webs?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you were seeing him in action and you see the web shooting at, you
Because
don't
they
know.
probably don't know that the webs is mechanical. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So I think they just use the powers of the people that they do know.
Yeah. Or just
Which
look
makes
cool.
sense.
But
Yeah. Well, yeah. I thought, technically speaking, I thought they were going to find specific characters which have similar abilities to Fantastic Four characters, and then be like, yeah, it's the closest thing it's going to be to a Super Skrull, but not.
But I think, I don't think, outside of people who know read comics and stuff, they don't know the Super Skrull's got anything to do with the Fantastic Four, so it's like...
No, you're right. So they have a decent fight. Not super effects heavy.
No.
Because they don't need to be, right?
No.
But yeah, they how does she turns into Mantis and defeats him? No. They have their tussle. They have their decent tussle.
Yeah.
And then she used the empathic abilities of Mantis.
Yeah.
To cause him to go unconscious.
Yeah.
And is that how she defeats him?
No, because then he hits the floor.
Yeah.
And then he gets up and they're about to have another fight. And then she grabs him and she uses Captain Marvel's powers and blasts a hole through his chest.
Yeah. And no, it just seemed most of it was during the tussle. They're like, "All right, we're gonna just try and use Captain Marvel's powers as much as possible, not as much as possible." Be like, they know Captain Marvel's powers levels, and they're like, "Yeah." So whoever can come up with that burst of power first, which they kind of just trying to stop each other doing. Yeah. So then she rescues Rhodey and Reverend Ross, and so are the other leaders of the world in that compound. So when they shoot Rhodes, right? Oh no, yeah. So they have to. So Fury ends up shooting James Rhodes because it's like there's 1 minute until the bomb will go off.
Yeah.
And they ain't got time to chat.
Yep.
So Rhodes gets shot.
Shot in the head as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though the only way to know if it's a Skrull is if they revert back to their Skrull form after they got shot.
Yeah. You're like, oh, maybe. What if he wasn't a Skrull? I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, hilarious. Because that kind of happens later on. Yeah. So then they free all the humans, and the president decides that, hey, even though a Skrull sort of saved me twice, basically, saved me twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to declare war on the Skrulls. So if you see any, just kill them,
Yeah.
Free reign.
And I was like, what?
I was like, that took a turn.
I was like, is the president a Skrull? But that doesn't make any sense. Why is he...
Or maybe it's
I don't know. I was like, oh, this is wacky.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's...
Yeah, and then... Yeah, so if you see a Skrull, kill him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa. And then Nick Fury calls the president privately and says, you know what, Mr. President? Before I heard your hateful speech, I was with you. Now, I wish that Skrull killed you. You know that?
Yeah.
Well, man ain't missing his words.
No, because he's like, now because of you, innocent Skrulls getting killed, even innocent humans, and you see like vigilantes just like rolling up on the that news reporter. He was a Skrull. Yeah. They kill him, but then they killed the new British Prime Minister. I think I want to say. Yeah. And then it's a human. You're like, oh wow. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I get where Fury's coming from, because people murdering people, and no one knows who's a Skrull specifically.
No, right? So you've made this more confusing.
Yeah, you made things thousands of times worse.
Yeah. Oh, but we also forgot to say that there's a part in it where Fury only thinks there's like 30 Skrulls on Earth.
Yeah.
And then he finds out that there's actually millions. Yeah. And he's like, wow, you guys could have told me this?
Yeah, would have helped you a bit quicker in that case.
Yeah,
To be fair, there was the blip as well, so you can't really blame him for that when he's not on Earth to do anything.
Exactly. And as someone said, since the blip, he's been different since he come back. And he kind of gives the reason why. It's like, when I got blipped out, I felt free. Like, didn't have nothing to worry about. And I was like, I kind of get that, because... yeah, man, dude, you haven't had the easiest of times, have you?
Yeah. So Fury's like, well, I'm gonna teleport back to the spaceship that I came from, because
because doesn't the president say, if you ain't down with what I am, you might as well leave the planet? He's like,
yeah.
I guess I'm leaving.
If you ain't down with this, I got 2 words for you.
Get off. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did.
But then his Skrull wife comes along.
Yeah, because he meets her. He meets her, and he's like back at their house. And he kind of like, sorry. And he's like, I've come here to give this one more try. Like, I want to apologize. And then before she asked him, did you fall in love with me or the person I pretended to be?
Yeah.
Something along those lines. And he didn't answer her. And then they're talking. He's like, I've come to, maybe start this again. And then before he leaves, he goes, and yes, I fell in love with you.
Yeah.
And then leaves. And then you're like, oh, maybe she's going to stay. He's going to go back to space. And then, he's about to leave to space. And then his wife turns up and is like, let's give this another shot. And
she's like, let's give it a shot with the real you, as in not the fake the version she morphs into. It's just the actual Skrull version. Like as Magneto would say, the real you.
The real you. Right? Yeah.
The real Mystique.
Yeah.
So they leave Earth. That's how it ends. And I'm like,
but then before that, Gaia is on the run, sort of, and then Sonya finds her and is like, we should work together. I was like, why should I trust you? Like, well, look what happened between Fury and my dad. It's like, well, Fury and your dad wanted the friendship. We're not going to do that. We're going to, you use me, I use you. And she's like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
And then they get in a car together. And you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to say, I do like how that friendship was, because not friendship, but their relationship, of convenience. It's just like, you know what? This is the approach we'll take. We know between us how we're gonna be, and that's that.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, okay.
This is a business transaction, 100%.
Yeah, and like that's why it probably worked better.
Yeah. Yeah. So overall, fine.
Yeah, overall fine.
Time will tell whether it's if stuff like does it have impact, how much impact it has later on. I don't want to say I'll necessarily ignore it or something like that, but are they gonna make a secret invasion too, or that sort of thing?
But I don't know, probably just lead into all what's happening next, I guess, isn't it?
It just seems a bit self-contained. Very, very much self-contained. That anything in the future can reference it or may not reference it.
Also, they made the first reference to Hydra since I want to say Shield, Agent Shield.
No, they didn't reference Hydra in some other one of the other ones.
Because the last time they mentioned Hydra was in film-wise was Captain America Winter Soldier. Then after that, they never mentioned Hydra.
No. There was a mention of Hydra in Ant-Man.
Was it? Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But small little, yeah.
Yeah, the new branch of Hydra, and then there might have been something else, but it was so minor. You're like,
yeah. Because I kind of thought they tried to pretend Hydra is their own little thing now. Like, well, we're not gonna speak about it anymore because Agent Shield.
Yeah.
We tried to pretend that didn't happen, even though it does happen. Yeah.
Yeah. This could have been, by the way, something that you could have attached to that as well, because you don't know who's Skrull, who's a good guy, and who's a Hydra agent. So you could add a bit more of a who knows exactly what's going on here.
They could even brought the Agent of Shield actors back for this as well. To be fair, because this cause it's so self-contained and little. Yeah, they could. Yeah. Poor guys.
But look, it's cool, but not necessarily significant at the moment.
At the moment, yeah.
Now I thought maybe Sharon Carter was going to be a Skrull. From the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
But, it turns out not.
No. But then, I don't know, because then, if I would have liked that. Because I kind of like her being...
The power broker?
Yeah. It's like, this is a twist, because...
Yeah. Disillusion with the government. I mean, look, here, people have their character arcs. Until they conclude, we can't really say 100% whether there was the right route to go or not.
Yeah. And doesn't seem like one of those story threads that he's not going to pick back up on.
Either. Well, I don't know. I assume she's going to make an appearance in Captain America. Not New World Order. It's called Brave New World now.
Yeah, because probably NWO.
Yeah. Nash and Hall, right? Then they're going to... Nash Hogan, they're going to make an appearance.
Yeah. Or they was like, hey, we want money from this. And like,
Well, you know what? Hogan been paying the Hulk money for years to Marvel, so it's only right he gets some money back, yeah?
Yeah. And he's that kind of guy, so yeah. But yeah, man, I totally enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Again,
I did too. I don't make it sound negative on it. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
It gave Nick Fury a spotlight in a different way.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have a story led by Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Even though he was a bit more down and out here. And if he was full on, boy, this would have been like a much more...
Yeah.
Liars lie to liars.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think there'd be more of the whole who's a Skrull, blah blah blah. But
yeah,
kind of glad it isn't, because then that's kind of, I don't know.
Well, what it did was give like a lot of backstory to. So Fury's been around a lot, but we don't know his backstory. So it's actually good that we got something going on that's more personalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'd like to see.
And this will probably lead to is Armor Wars is it going to be a series or is it a movie now?
I think it's a series. I
Is
think.
it?
But then, speaking of Armor War and obviously Rhodes, I've seen around the interwebs that he got taken after Civil War. Hence why he's in the... Like, he broke his spine and everything.
Yeah.
After that, literally, I think that's when he got taken. Hence why he's in the... When they get his body out of the...
No. It could have been, because in Endgame, he's there and he's crippled.
Yeah, but they could pretend that he's crippled.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Because he's in a hospital gown when they take him out of the harvest machine, and he can't walk.
Oh, that's true.
See? Yeah, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I kind of thought, I was like, why is he in that gown? But, oh, yeah, that makes sense then.
Well, yeah, they could have... Oh, yeah. I was going to say they could have taken him any time, really.
But then it kind of makes sense if Armor War, if they're going the route of that he wants to get all Tony's, like, technology back, like in actual comic. It kind of makes more sense now that he's come back to the world of living, we say, Rhodey, finds out that Tony's dead, and he's like, oh, I don't want my best friend's stuff out there.
Oh, you know what? We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works in the case, because that would be an interesting hook.
Yeah.
It makes sense for him as well.
Yeah, because it kind of makes sense for him to have a show, because, like, if it's just, say he wasn't in this secret raid and all that stuff, what's his real purpose for it?
Yeah, and they do make a point of saying when Ross is coming out there and he says, "Kurt Rhodes, how long have you been here?"
Yeah.
So that means the Rhodey in Falcon and Winter Soldier is a fake.
Yeah. But he doesn't do much in that, if I remember. I saw he's in like one scene.
And he doesn't wear his mechanical legs in that, I don't think either.
No.
But then they might be underneath his trousers. Who knows exactly?
Yeah, or they could like technology's gone so far. There's just a chip in his spine now, or something stupid like that. You know what I mean? Like,
isn't that what Oracle has?
Yeah, basically.
Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No explanation. Yeah.
No explanation needed. Apparently,
no. I can walk now. Okay.
yeah. But then there's tons of other people that can't walk, and I think they do point out, by the way, in the Batgirl comic, in one of the Batman comics or something, where she got a thing, her back fixed, and then she's like, yeah, but no. Yeah, she was like, I think at this point she hadn't got her back fixed, and then they're saying, we can fix your back, we can do stuff like that. And she's like, no, I'll stay in the wheelchair because it's unfair to have the millions and thousands of other people that can't walk and you give me specialized technology. Yeah. And then later on, after Rebirth, she can walk, and it's like, okay.
Like, make up your minds.
I think at that point, by the way, they had her in the wheelchair, and with all that Mr. Terrific technology, why wouldn't you? Unless you voluntarily don't. But then it doesn't make sense because later on,
yeah, muddy.
yeah, exactly. Anyways, yeah. Would you say thumbs up or what? Would you say? You can watch it. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah. I would say if you're a completist, watch it. If you're not, don't. If
you're a Nick Fury fan and want to check out some more of his backstory, yeah. If you're a Samuel L. Jackson fan, yeah.
Even though he just walks like an old person but he is like 70 years old in real life, so
yeah, but he is selling how mentally battered he is.
Yeah.
So
which I buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, and also R.I.P. to Maria Hill.
Yeah.
Got chumped out, but
hey, look, someone got a job to someone,
Yeah, bless her.
So I'm the president that tells everyone to kill Skrulls because heat fueled, apparently.
Yep, because racism.
Yeah.
And I am the man who marries a woman to later find out she's not actually the woman I married, Carl Charles.
Yeah.
And thank you all for listening to us review Marvel's Secret Invasion. And if you've seen it, did you enjoy it? Let us know. And your theories on who was taken to be Skrulls and whatnot. Let us know. And who else may have been a Skrull. They might do that as well, like random people. Like, oh yeah, that person was a Skrull. Like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because it can't just be of all like the main people we sort of know. It can't just be Rhodey then not taken.
Especially if you're saying there's 3 million of them around as well,
Exactly. Yeah. And yes, let us know, and you can do that by following us on Instagram, Twitter. All our, ways to find us is in the description bit. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. Hit that notify bell and all that stuff. Also check out our YouTube channel. Lots of cool, fun stuff on that. Mm-hmm. And if you're listening to us on the audio ways, don't forget to give us a 5-star review if you can. That'd be very nice. And once again, everybody, thank you for taking a trip with us around the multiverse. Also, we're not Skrulls, just letting you know that. What are we? Dun, dun, dun. See you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
What are you looking at?
Iron Man. He is standing in the corner, cloaked.
Iron Man.
Tony, you in there? What's going on?
I just got back from meeting with Nick Fury, and I've got a quick question I need to ask. Is anyone here a shape-shifting alien?
What?
You saw Nick Fury?
Remember when the Kree showed up? Captain Marvel told us how they were at war with an alien race called the Skrulls. Well, the Skrulls are here, and they can look like anyone. And Fury thinks one of you has been replaced by one.